Alright, BobalosRex here, and it's Sunday, so it's another lore rant. And I haven't really done one like this before. Usually I talk about class stuff and whatnot, and this one I'm going to talk about what allied race I could see being added before the Earthen, aka before the War Within, because I actually think, and this is kind of based off of the Taliesin tweet that had devs being like, "Oh, I wonder what else we hid because of the follower dungeons." Because follower dungeons are a huge feature that wasn't at BlizzCon. There could still be huge stuff coming in Dragonflight. They didn't want to tell us clearly. So here's what I want to talk about: allied races. You may know which one I'm going to talk about first, but I got 5 on here. Number 4 and 5 are Alliance and Horde ones. And I only picked 5. I picked ones related to stuff we're doing in Dragonflight, or had story in this expansion. Alright? And, of course, number 1 being Tuskarr. And I had 3 things on my list, and one of them doesn't matter anymore, but I put it on the list because it was an old requirement. And it was, do they have a body type 2 and body type 1 model, male and female model? But Drakthir are androgynous as their main form, so that isn't necessarily a requirement anymore, which I think is great. Do they, but here's one, well, do they wear armor? Alright, do armors work on them? And do they have unique faces? Because if you look back, okay, think about Shadowlands. Love it, hate it, whatever. Think about the Covenant races. The Venthyr. Did I want them as an allied race? Yes. Did I ever think they could be an allied race? I hope they could. Did I think they could? The problem with the Shadowlands races is they all use the same face. All the models have the same face. And one of the key features of a playable race is they have to have differential faces. Look at the Volpera. They had differential faces when you looked at them. You know, anything from BFA that got added had different faces when we first saw them. And I was just over here looking at the Tuskarrs, and I checked. There may not be a lot, but all the Tuskarr, there's some facial variants. So you got that kind, you got that kind. Here, let's jump over here. We got some more. Alright, see, that's similar to the one, but it is slightly different. We got the children here, which wouldn't work. See, there's a somewhat different one. They got different beard setups. That's kind of different. You know, we got this guy. There's one with, like, the eyes covered with the eyebrows that I wanted to show. This one. So he's got that. You know, they styling, dude. So, very easily. Yo, these are Gilnean shipwrights. Right? I just noticed that. Interesting. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on for the Tuskarr. And, you know, we've had all the quests with the Tuskarr. We've gotten renown with the Tuskarr. We've kind of united the tribes. So this tribe, what is it? The Iskar and Tuskarr. Maybe it's, the Iskar and Tuskarr weren't really associated with Uktaluk. Alright? But we bridged that during the quest there. So now we got all the Tuskarr united. Then for one of the secrets, we had these Tuskarr go hang out with these Tuskarr. So I would love to see, and we've seen this in the story, Tuskarr are a thing in Dragonflight. They've gotten their updated models in Dragonflight. I could 100% see Tuskarr being added. I want them 100%. They fit my 3 rules, so they got a 3-star there. Unique face, male-female models, which is optional, and then they can wear armor. 10 out of 10. Could they be all the current classes? Yeah. Yeah. You can get a Tuskarr Warlock. Tuskarr could very easily be Death Knight too, without changing, without having to have Bolvar recruit again. Like, they could be OG Death Knights, you know, with where they were at. So yeah, Tuskarr could very much be an allied race. Now, I didn't want to just talk about Tuskarr. I have a couple more, and I'm going to mention these. These are less likely to me, but I want to talk about them. So, what other mob got an update? Gnolls. Well, and we'll talk about another one. So, Gnolls got an update, but there is a problem with Gnolls. They do have androgynous models, which is good, which I don't mind. But the problem with Gnolls is, do you see the face? Some stuff changes. The face is the same. Got Gutshot, and we got the Decatriarch, Rathai, and got Monarch. There's a lot of lore with the Gnolls, okay? You know, especially if you did the extra quests, there's a ton of lore that can bring Gnolls. Maybe not to an out. Like, the lore for getting Gnolls still needs time to brew. And, like I said, they need extra faces. Because it's the same face. They got same face disease. You know. We're getting there, but not so much. So I gave that a 1 star because there isn't really a model difference, which again doesn't matter. So honestly, that star doesn't matter. So give them a star. Androgynous Drakthir style. I'm fine with that. They don't get the unique faces. They can wear armor though. They do seem to be able to have some armor on them. Maybe not like full armor. Alright. And there are some lore reasons why we can get them, but maybe not yet. Next up, we're going to talk about another race we hung out with, the Centaur. Now, the Centaur do have some face options. Do they though? They do have some face options, but it does seem to be like, here, look. So we'll go from her to her. They do have similar faces. So, and then if you look at the dude, you look at him, you look at Maruk. You see? Let's go again. Same face. Just one's different. Like, around the sides, right? Like, different color, different eye color, blah, blah, blah. Different shading. But it's the same face. Alright? Grumpy dude. Grumpy dude, stoic woman. There you go. Same face. So they got the same face problem. They can wear armor, kind of. And they do got male-female models that we can change and whatnot. So, Centaur, but they do have a big problem, you know, with the mount situation. So, I want a Centaur. They could be a thing. The lore fits for them to join us as an allied race, but as far as gameplay-wise, there's a lot of limiting factors. So, I'm going to pull Centaur back to 2-star with a lot of caveat. Now, here's something I'm going to go look at. So we're going to use this wormhole, but I'm going to talk about them now. This one is for Alliance, and these next two, I'm going to kind of talk about them at the same time. So the next two, I can see being added to us through the Draenei and the Dark Spear Troll Heritage Armor quests. Alright, you may be thinking, wait a minute, and that's where he's going? Wait a minute, is he talking about? Yes, I am. I'm talking about Broken Draenei. Now, these are grumpy broken Draenei, so these don't work. But I am talking about broken Draenei. Now, broken Draenei do not, in game, have two different models. One for female, one for male. Or body type 1, body type 2, whatever. So, they have that problem. But, and here's the thing, which it wouldn't be a problem unless we've seen in other sources, Hearthstone, that female broken do look slightly different. You know, they got the titties. So that's how fantasy races do. You make a troll, dude troll, woman troll, troll with titties. Or, well, we've seen how they've done it. The dimorphism going on in here. But, so, the Crowcool, in this case, don't have unique models in WoW, but they do have unique models shown in other things. Like Hearthstone. So, to me, that kind of works. Now, as far as armor, that's why I'm heading over here, because I want to look at their faces, show you them, so y'all see what I see, and how they wear armor. So let's take a trip. And lore-wise, it would work. If y'all don't remember the Draenei quest, y'all should have done it. Valen again asks if Hatun and his people would rejoin the Alliance. Rejoin Valen and his people. And we know Argus isn't destroyed, so they're all alive. But yeah, as I say, they have the face problem, though. And this is a point against them. So look at his face, look at his face, his face, his face. And that's the thing. We got no women. His face, they got same face disease. And that's a big problem. To me. Well, maybe not a problem. It's not necessarily a problem. But it's a point against them. Wait, do they have different scars? Hold on. He's got scars like that. Stop moving, bro. Thank you. No, same face. They got same face disease. So, as much as I would want them to be added, especially along with the other race, and there is lore reasons, especially with what Valen has done recently, and in a Draenei heritage, I would like for the broken to be an option. We don't see a new female broken model in game, or them having new faces. So, I'll give them 2-star because the androgynous thing is fine. But I will dock it points because of the Hearthstone thing having a unique look. And then they don't have unique faces, but they can wear armor. So, and there are lore reasons that they can be added. Now, the final one, the Horde one to match, and I said I were going to talk about them at the same time, and I did delay it. But, let's roll back. Let's roll back to a time with the Amani. Alright? Now, this troll model does have the same face issue. But they can fix this. We've seen plenty of trolls faces that they can add. You know, we got them with our Dark Spear. I would love to see Amani pulled in. Even the Drakari. We've already kind of got, for Rocky in the Dark Spear already, we have the skin colors that we can use. And some of these you can kind of try to make a forest troll. But I would love for them, this could be the first body type 3. Thick boy. Maybe they have a thick girl. You know? Another way they could add something to the trolls to go with the Draenei is Upright Dark Spear. People have been demanding Upright Dark Spear. And people say, oh, but Zandalari. it wouldn't look the same if you made that model upright like the orcs, you know. And then of course people have asked for the female troll model to be lengthier, like the male, and I'm not going to say no to that. More options is good to me. So that'd be a very interesting way to add more body types. You got the thick boy, the thick Amani, and give us Amani. Give us more troll customizations along with that quest to let us be a forest troll. You know, I know people want to be a forest troll. Like, straight up. So I would really like to see that more. Now, see, these are just Gurubashi. These have the normal troll models. But yeah, I would love to see Amani upright trolls. Give them some beards. And that come with the troll heritage, which would come alongside the Draenei getting Crow Cool. But yeah, those are my allied races ideas of stuff they can add before the War Within. The main one being Tuskarr. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the other races that we technically haven't done anything with the trolls. But if you remember at the beginning, Blizzard mentioned primordial trolls. They never delivered, but they mentioned it. So with the troll heritage, there could be a link there that gets us to trolls, more troll option / Amani allied race to match a Draenei heritage Crow Cool / broken allied race. But yeah, those are my picks. Those are what have kind of been relevant to the Dragonflight story, or at least stories being told in Dragonflight. And that's the lore rant. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.